Alright, what's going on, dudes, and welcome back to Minecraft. It's been a really long time since I last did a video on some sort of cool redstone based build, or in this case, not even necessarily redstone, but just some sort of technically oriented build with command blocks and fancy stuff in general. So for those of you who missed that sort of content, hopefully this will be a bit of a treat for you. So I wanted to show you another application I came up with for the Minecart command blocks that enables you to create this sort of self-propagating minecart track that I think is pretty cool. So it's done using only 3 buttons, or technically 2 actually, because one of them is just the cleanup crew. And I guess I can do a little demo / proof of concept and then explain how it works. So button number 1 spawns the track over there. Button number 2 spawns a few minecarts, and then give it a nudge, and we are up and away. And that should technically go on forever if I follow it. If I stay in one place, it should go on to the edge of the chunk boundary, and then you'll see the commands start to fade away. I don't know if it's going to bounce off something up there, because I may have exited the map at one point with it sort of mid-run, and it might have, I don't know, there may be a stationary minecart up there that it's going to run into. Anyway, command block set number 3, if I press the button, will spawn another set of carts, and I push those, and it just cleans up the track behind it. So again, if I follow it, that should go on forever and clean up behind where the other one laid the track. And that's that. Kind of cool. Pretty simple when it's only done using a couple buttons, although the explanation will be a little bit more in depth. But as you can see, it goes through whatever is in front of it. There's a tunnel left through the cliffs. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's give a little explanation as to how it works. So the first set of command blocks here is pretty simple. It just uses the setblock command in order to place a redstone block and then an activator rail on top of it in said location over there. Here's where it gets a little bit more technical. So what these command blocks do are they summon minecart command blocks with commands pre-programmed into them. So the reason I can't actually just manually set down minecart command blocks and input the commands into them myself is because you need to have 4 minecart command blocks, because you can only put 1 command in each. And since you need to place down multiple blocks at a time, the only way to have it set up so that it's placing them down at a constant distance in front of the location of the minecarts is to have them spawned all on top of each other in the exact location. And this actually has an additional advantage that I'll get to in just a second. So to start off here, I'm going to spawn, using the summon command, a minecart command block at said coordinate location that'll put it on top of the activator rail there. And I'm going to pre-program the setblock command into it so that when it is affected by an activator rail, hence the reason why we're putting down a redstone block, so the activator rails are always going to be on, it's going to place another redstone block in front of it. So here, using the tilde and coordinate commands, it's going to always place, as long as it's activated, a redstone block at 1 unit in front and 2 units below it. So that's gonna just keep extending the track. And then this one over here is gonna do the same thing, but place down the activator rail in 1 coordinate above the redstone block. And then these 2 right here are just gonna put down a, oops, didn't mean to type that. They're just gonna put down a couple air blocks above, and that's going to allow it to tunnel through anything in its way. So that's the basic gist of it. So when I press the button here, this is actually 4 minecart command blocks. They're just all occupying the same space. And the beauty of this is that, I don't know if you guys recall, but if you stack minecarts on top of each other in the same location and then put them in motion, they go forever. So it's sort of this double advantage in that they're all in the same location, so they're going to be spawning blocks perfectly in the right coordinates out in front of them, and it just keeps going on forever. So again, that's why if I give it a nudge here, it's just going to keep placing blocks in front of it every time it hits its new activator rail, and it'll just keep going. So yeah, it's not that complicated. It's just I don't know. It's sort of like a workaround way to do something recursively without actually being able to execute a recursive command in the game. Anyway, yeah, that's the basics of it. Then over here in the last part, we have just again the same thing. We're gonna spawn minecart command blocks with commands pre-programmed into them. And this one instead is simply going to replace the blocks behind it with air. So wherever this block and the redstone block, the activator rail and the redstone block are, it's just going to simply replace that with air. So again, boom, and simply replacing those blocks with air as it goes by. So yeah, that's that. And if I go ahead and do this once more, I can go ahead and I've got a minecart in my inventory so that I can sort of ride the wave. So hold on, let me push this forward again. And then I'll spawn these and get ready to go. Alright, and now hold on, if I can get in front of it and put down a minecart. There is definitely a better way to actually do this with, oh god, I messed up. Oh, no, there we go, we're good. And we're off. So, I mean, this should keep going on forever, assuming that there's nothing sort of interfering from my previous mess ups. Yeah, okay. So anyway, if this were done in a brand new world, it should work just fine. But yeah, just because I was doing a lot of experimenting with offsetting the coordinates and such, that's probably what caused that. Anyway, oh, also I'll put the save in the description in case you want to just sort of check out the commands for yourself. And I'll also copy paste the commands in the description as well if you'd rather sort of build it from scratch yourself. So either option. Keep in mind it's for Snapshot 13W39A and above. And yeah, so that's that. All right, see you guys next time.